create this kind of deficit. So you can get an idea of how important nutrition can be. If I drink 3 glasses of wine at the end of the night, that's 450 calories, depending on your size of the wine, it may be more. That could erase your cardio. So listen to what Pat said. She was doing well when she could do the extra cardio. So what that was doing was burning off the calories. It's real simple. If you're gaining weight, you're taking in too many calories or not burning enough calories off. And if you are losing weight, you're creating a caloric deficit over time. The game plan is to figure out how you guys can burn off 3,500 calories minimum to burn off 1 pound of fat per week. And if you can get 5,000 calorie deficit, then you're going to get more closer to the 1.5 to 2 pound mark. So if it's not happening, then we have to try to figure out, is it that I'm not eating the proper nutrition? Meaning, am I not following all those rules? Am I eating too much? So we have to pinpoint that, and that's why Chris is here to help out with those specific questions, and I'll help as well. Or am I not doing enough activity to burn the calories? And does anybody know what the purpose of strength training is in this program? Because you have strength training, cardiovascular training, nutrition, and then you have flexibility if you're not. Maybe your knees are sore because you're getting tight. So let's focus on the first 3, nutrition, cardiovascular, and strength training. The cardiovascular training does what? Burns calories. So cardio burns calories, right? Nutrition. Think of nutrition this way. You guys need to get refocused because here we are. You know, you get stressed out. You know, it might be that time of your cycle. It might be that you had a bad day at work, and it's very difficult on a daily, everyday basis to stay focused on those rules I gave you. Maybe you forgot some of those. So we can, if you guys ever need me to give you the information again, you can email me or you can ask Chris for it, and we can touch base on those if you want. But here's the thing: you could literally not work out, and if you follow those rules to a T, you would drop a pound of fat every week. Well, let's talk about one thing you could do. And when I start with people at the health club, a lot of times I'll say, think about this. Most people eat way too much at dinner. And I said this to you guys before. If you were, for the next 5 weeks, to do one thing where you always ate a salad with some sort of lean fish or meat on it, you would literally cut your calories for that meal by a half or more. Because vegetables are mainly water, low in calories, and high in fiber. Right? So we can go over, at the end, we can go over some little helpful nutritional tips. I know that the girls put together some nice eating out menus in here as well. But back to this. So nutrition is so powerful, it's 70% of it. You guys have to eat what's called clean. If you eat things like vegetables that are lower in calories, you can continue to eat and get all the nourishment, vitamins, and minerals you need, but cut your calories down. If you eat things like cheese or things that are dense with fat and calories, you can, think about this. When you do your workout, when you do your 45-minute workouts and you burn 500 calories, it doesn't take a lot of food to create 500 calories, right? So you have to have a checks and balance system, very similar to saving and spending money. And then you have weight training or strength training. Can anybody tell me the reason behind our listening to Jeff and everybody else yelling at me to do more repetitions and why I want to be intense with weight training, strength training? Anybody know what that does?
Build muscle.
Why is it important to build muscle? We're in a weight loss competition. Why is that important?
Because it hangs if you don't.
Pat, what hangs?
Fat.
Fat hangs, right. So, I'm glad you came today. You bring a lot to the table. So here's the deal. So a little bit more scientific than that. Pat's right. Things hang when you don't weight train, right? Does anybody know what happens when you weight train? What's the purpose of it? Because this is important to get yourself fired up again to make sure you're pushing yourself in those classes, right? Because if you, like Justin today, didn't have a very good workout because he was in bed. Anyway, you told this story. All right, so guys, what does it do? I'm sitting there, Jeff's screaming at me, I'm burning, I'm breaking down the muscle tissue so that when I leave there and I go and rest and eat the proper nutrition, those muscle fibers actually heal back stronger and bigger. Hence, my lunch lady arms are not hanging as much anymore, right? But you guys have to understand this. There's another part of that you might have forgotten. Strength training, a lot of females are afraid that if they work out very intensely, and hopefully you guys have broken that bit down, that they're going to get too big, right? You can actually get a smaller body part by having more muscle. We burn the fat off, and we have more muscle, and that's what everybody means by toning up. Remember this. Where's my marker? every pound of muscle, 1 pound of muscle that you put on your body equals 52 calories per day. What that means is, if I put 5 pounds of muscle on my body, I'm going to take 5 times 52, so basically 260 calories that I will burn for doing nothing else. So, and as we pass the age of 25, we start to lose muscle because we're less active. So over time, this is increasing your metabolism and your caloric intake. This is why big muscular guys can take in a lot more calories and not burn fat. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? You want to take your body and make it, it's not so much about weight. We want to keep lean muscle coming on and body fat going down, because then we can get away with, think about that, that's like doing another 30 minutes of cardio by having more muscle in your body. And the only way to do that is through consistent, Justin, that means consistent is getting there regularly. Is everybody getting to the gym regularly? Just, and if not, let's talk for a second about what's happening mentally. I know what happens. Anybody want to tell me why they're sort of slacking off? You guys better start answering. I'm going to start picking on you. Justin, why did you slack off? I know last night you tried to stay up all night, so you get your sleep pattern back. But
I think because my sleeping schedule, I'm so used to going to sleep late for so many years that it's just hard for me to sometimes get up at 5 to go to the gym at 6. I need that whole hour to even, I need 30 minutes just to stare in order to get up. Yeah, like I wake up and I sit on the side of my bed and I just sit there for like 20 minutes until I come to. And then I'll take care of, you know. I don't get just straight up and ready to go to the gym.
Justin, if I were to say, if you could get to the gym and never miss, and I'll give you $1 million in 8 weeks, or for the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
So it's a matter of motivation, right? It's a matter of motivation.
Right.
If you're not motivated, the sleep becomes more important. So you need to make a decision. And once you make that decision, to actually go to the doctor and get some Ambien or something.
All right.
Take a Benadryl, get yourself on a sleep pattern, and do something. Figure out. I'm not going to give you $1 million, but figure out why you're not motivated. Right? It's a matter of motivation. Usually comes down to that. But so we can talk individually. We're not having a conversation as a group. But anybody else have a difficult time staying motivated to work out? No one else? So I saw some hands that people have dropped off the workouts there. So that doesn't add up to me.
Well, I don't have a problem coming in and working out at work, but I have a problem working out at home. So when I get home, I'm tired and, like everybody's hungry, they want to eat, but I can't eat before I work out or I get sick. And so it's just, this, when you get home, I just really have a problem with that.
Right, and here's, when people come to us, and, this is the thing. What time do you get up in the morning?
At 4:45.
4:45? So your morning routine's pretty set, it's tight, you're not gonna have any room there. So, is there any other opportunity that you could, and I think the earlier in the day that you can plan on working out, the less things can go wrong to distract you from hitting that goal, right? Which is why working out first thing in